Hey folks, it's Dave back here once again in Studio B. Had a fun unboxing earlier, and now we're gonna go and play some baseball. Gonna abandon the basketball. I hate to do it. I'm loving the basketball. I've been cornering cards for 3 days, and but we're gonna get back to the payoff pitch. But as you can see, when I shine the camera down here, when I shine it down, you'll see that I have some corner cuts here too. So I've been doing some corner cutting all over the place. My hands are killing me because you got to do those corners one at a time. But they do look so nice. They just do. so anyway, I think the chat room's all set up and ready to go. So let me come down here. Let me get my chat room over here. Yeah, what was that? That was nuts. And oh boy, what's going on here? I get things playing. No, stop. Don't know why. Oh, how do I stop this? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to get my chat room going, and all of a sudden, all these videos start playing. All right. I think I'm better now. All right, so the chat room is open. We're gonna play some payoff pitch tonight. Right, let's get down to the field. Hopefully, this is gonna work here. And we should take a look at the field, if you will. So we have the payoff pitch cards off to the side. See, you can see them here. They're all trimmed up. All look spanking new. They look so good. You know, they do. They look so good. And not to be outdone, I did all the fast action cards too. I know. I'm eccentric. But look how good they look. Look how good they look with the corners. I mean, and they handle better too. Like when you go to shuffle, the corners don't get caught. I mean, just everything is just so nice. So nice. It's so nice. Alrighty, so we have some nice freshly cut cards. They're looking good. And we're going to play some payoff pitch here. As my 7-1 Red Sox. Look at this right here. 7-1. Right? 7-1 here. And they're taking on the 4-4 Minnesota Twins. So let's get going here. So we have Fergie Jenkins on the mound here. So we're going to see what Fergie can do. And our first pitch here. It's been a while since I played this, so it's going to take me a minute to focus in on the payoff pitch. So it looks like we have a defensive check right on the 3. So a defensive check. It's going to be an error on the third baseman. So that's going to be hit down to Petrocelli. His error rating is a 4. And a 4 with a 46 is going to be an out. And if we want to see what happened on that out, and it's going to be a ground ball. So it's going to be, call this a G5, right? A G5. And let's see here, G5, right? And so Oliva is out. Ron comes by, Ron McGrath, good to see you. And he says, payoff pitches on your table too. Yeah, this is such a fun game. That's why I spent all this time cutting the cards, because I knew I was going to be playing this game. And I got the corners looking good. I'm pretty proud of that, actually. Not going to lie. I know it's kind of something stupid, but I am enjoying it. And hopefully everything looks good on your end there. And what else we got here? Oh, Nate's in here. Nate was just on the wrestling thing. I should make my own federation. Yeah, I will. I did that. I have a Downey wrestling game, and I was doing that. And I was having some fun with it. I really did. I had some matches set up, and they rolled very differently than this game. It was kind of like a percentage type of win, but it still was fun. All right, 30-year-old Rod Carew comes up here now, and we have an 8. So that's going to be a tough. You think you're tough. And against a righty over here, we're going to come all the way down over here, and that's going to be a ground ball down to second base, I think that is. And anyway, it's going to be an out, and so Doyle will take that one, and that is that. Steve Braun will come in. And let's see what he can do with 2 outs here. And, ooh, we got a 12. Uh-oh, ballpark check and a ballpark 19. And that's going to be a wheelhouse. Oh, boy, so the lefty. Steve Braun hits the wheelhouse. Oh, boy, that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough against a right-handed pitcher. A 2, and that is gone on the 2. So Braun gets the home run. And with 2 away, Braun sends that one into the opposite field, and that'll be a home run. So the Twins take an early 1-0 lead here. And now we get Larry Hissel coming out here. And we're going to have 7, so that's an in play. 63 is going to come over here. It's going to be fly ball into right field, and this time they'll bring it in and haul it in, and that'll be that. But they get the one on the home run, and just like that, it is 1-0. Mike comes by. Hey, Mike, what's up? My hands are killing me. Look how red they are. They're all swollen from doing all these corner cutting things. Corner cutting. One of the two. But the cards look so good. They look so good with the trimmed. It's like getting a haircut. They look so nice. And so that's what I've been doing this week is playing a lot of basketball, that bank shot basketball. I just unboxed some wrestling I'll be playing. That looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. But I need to get back to my payoff pitch before I forget how to play it. All right, so Joe Decker is up on the mound. Bernie Carbo coming up. Bernie Carbo hitting in my replay 214. So we have a 6. That's a patient, and a patient 38 is going to be a walk. He's going to get the Pantera walk. All right, so his rating is 2 for the steal. Now, if I remember how to do this, I roll to see if I get this. And I rolled a 6, so I don't get the jump. Okay, so that's my jump. I believe that's how I'm doing this now. It's been a while since so I think I roll if it didn't range, then I go to the chart over here against the pitcher hold rating. That's what I do. And Mike says he's gonna get the. I'll have to get the corner maker that you use. Yeah, it's it's over across the room with it. I put a link on the Facebook group to somebody that was asking about it. It's just a corner rounder. It's a $12 one. It's from Japan. It's called the Pro Makasumu or something like that. It's the one that another board group said to get. So yeah, that's the one to get. So Carbo's on it first. He's not going to go anywhere. And now we have Denny Doyle coming up, hitting 391. Denny freaking Doyle hitting 391. So we have a 7. That's going to be a patient 76. And that's going to be a fly into center field. So Doyle is out. Should have bunted. And when you do this with the cards with the corners off, they just feel, they just feel like a playing card, like a deck of cards now with the corners gone. There's just nothing catching anymore. You don't get stabbed. You don't anything. It's just it's smooth. It's buttery smooth, And Nate liked the mask I put on. Yeah, I put that on once in a while, just for funsies. All right, so we got Fred Lynn coming up. And now we have an 11. Oh, that's a defensive check. So defensive check is error on the third baseman. So this is hit down to McKay. McKay. I got to find his card here. So he's a error 1. So E1 with a 73. And, that's going to be an out. What kind of out? Ground ball plus advance. I don't know what that means. Ground ball plus advance. Ground ball. Actually, let me just do the double play way. So let me roll here to see if it's going to be a double play. So it's hit down to third base. Ground ball. He makes the play. And a 10 is... it's above that and above that. So it's going to be just a play at second. So it's going to be a G5-4, we're going to call that. Okay, I think that's how we do that. Vinny comes by. Show me this game. Okay, well, first thing you're going to notice is the corners. And these are exactly the same size as the bank shot. Exactly. They're pretty close. And just like that. So, same size cards. So, here's how you play. It's so fun. All right, so we have Lynn on first base with 2 outs, and it's Jim Rice. So, what we do is we roll these dice here. That's a 7. So, we come off the pitcher card first. So, it's going to be patient. So, then I come over here to the batter card. He's facing a righty. So, a 28 for Rice, patient. Holy cow, that is going to be a triple. 26-31 is a triple. So Rice gets a hold of this one, and Sia is going to put that into center field. Bostock running around. And Lynn will come in to score, and the Red Sox tie the game at 1-1. And that's kind of how you play this one here. Pitcher card first, batter card second. Yep. Yeah, Vinny just got 18 seasons. Oh, my God. That's so awesome, Vin. That is so awesome. I have like 7 or 8 seasons of this, I think. And it's probably one of my favorite games. That's why you see me playing it so much. All right, so Yaz comes up, hitting .323. And so we got an 11, so it's going to be a defense check. So what I do is I go on the defense check. I go to the card, and it says defense, and it's the range of the shortstop. Okay? So I find out who the shortstop is. So it's going to be Thompson, and his range is C. So then you look at the percentile dice, a C47, and that falls into this range here, and that's going to be a hit. And then we see what kind of hit it is at the shortstop, and that's going to be a single because he likes to mingle. So a single for Yaz drives home another run, and with 2 outs, the damage is getting done here on poor Joe Decker is what it is. Yeah, Vinny's going to live to 129. I was just watching a video on YouTube about a guy that lived to like 120 years old, and he'd been around a long time. They said he might have lived to 150. They couldn't confirm his actual age, but he was around for a long time, and he was still going, doing okay. I mean, he didn't move around too much, but yeah, not that I'd want to stay around that long, but I guess if I can keep playing games, right? All right, we got to see if Yastrzemski wants to steal, right? So Yastrzemski, he's got a steal of 2, so I need to roll the dice, and if I roll a 2, he gets the jump and goes to... Oh, I did. Holy cow. Woohoo! So Yaz is going to try to steal. Let's see. Let's take a look at the jump first, though. So I got the 2. He's stolen a base before for me. So the hold rating is a 9. So the jump is 2. Yep, jump's a 2. Hold rating is a 9, and I rolled a 2. And he attempts. He's going to try to... Oh, wait. Hold rating's 9. So jump 2, hold rating 9. Yeah, he's going to go. Yaz is going to try to steal, folks. Yaz is going to try to steal. So he's going to be D3. Wow. So a D3, you come over to this chart here. So he's a D, the catcher's a 3 is kind of how that goes. So D3, it's a fair. He has a fair chance. So you could roll the dice, but I'm going to use the fast action cards to look under fair. Let's see if Yaz can get me another stolen base. Yaz decides to take off. Yaz going in and under fair. He is out. He is out. So they throw out Yaz at second base as he tries to steal. And so, what was the stolen base? I know stolen base was steal. If he's thrown out, caught stealing. I think it's CS. Caught stealing. There we go. And so Yaz is out. Nice try, Yaz, though. Yeah, I just saw a video on that guy that lived to like 150. And he died, I don't know, 20 or 30 years ago. But, yeah, he looked pretty rough. Then again, at that age, yeah. But he was still going. He said all his vitals are pretty good in the whole bit. So, anyway. Alrighty, so let's continue on here at Fenway Park. We go to the top of the second. 2-1 Boston taking on the Twinkies, if you will. And now we have a 10, so we go to the Fergie Jenkins pitcher card. A 10 is in play. And a 30 over here. Oh, it's going to be a single because Bostock likes to mingle. So we're going to get a single over here. Now his steal's a 3. So let's see if he wants to steal. Nope, he's not going to steal because I rolled above a 3. So Bostock's on. Butch Winiger, now Weiniger, whatever it is, he's got a... I might try to drop a bunt here. He's got a B bunt. Let's see if we can move him over. All right, nobody out. Here we go. A B bunt, a B bunt, a B bunt. And yes, it's a sacrifice to the pitcher. This is how this is going to work out. So, SH1. I think that's how that goes. It's been a while since I did this. Drops it down to Jenkins over to first, and that is that. Bostock down to second. Yep. Very, very nice. Very nice bunt. And so now here we go. We got McKay with Bostock, the tying run at second base. And so we got a 10. So it's going to be another in play, 46. Because it's out of the range, you come over here to the automatic out section, and he lines it to second base. So L4, line drive right at second. Doyle makes the catch. Bostock dives back. And so now there's going to be 2 away with a man on second. And we have Dan Ford coming out. I think I had a manager one time at Denny's. His name was Dan Ford, I think. And so now we have a 3. That's another defensive check. And it's going to be the range of the second baseman. So it's down to Doyle. So let's see what Doyle's going to do for range. His range over here is D. At second base, D. Range of D with a 60. So a range of D with a 60. Uh-oh, that's going to be a hit. And that's going to get a run home. On a hit to second base, that's going to be a single, 2 bases, but with 2 outs, he scores anyway. So it's going to be a single, 2 bases. So Ford slaps one in the right field. It says left, but he was right. And that's going to be a tying run home. So they get the run home. So a lot of damage done with 2 outs here for each team. But these pitchers are going to be fatigued really fast. Holy cow. Larry comes by. Good to see you, Larry. And so Danny Thompson, didn't he drive the bus in the Partridge Family? Or was he the bass player? A 7. That's an in play. Oh, that was a 44, and it's going to be ground ball down to first base. So G3, and Yaz will take it himself. They got to run across, and so after 1.5 here in Payoff Pitch land, it's 2-1, 2-2. All right, so Fisk up. He was standing at the plate when Yaz got thrown out stealing. What was Yaz thinking? So we have an 8. That'll be a patient 93. That's way out of range. So 93 comes over here, F7. And so we have 1 away as he flies out to Hissel and left. Feels good to get Payoff Pitch back on the table. Little diversion with the hockey spreadsheet and a couple other things, but feels good to get this back on the table. All right, so Dwight Evans coming up, his first appearance of the day. And we got a 7. It's going to be a patient and a 65. Ooh, almost hit by the pitch. But a 65 is going to be a ground ball down to second base. 2 away. Now, this is when all the damage happens. And, boy, they move so well without the corners. Vin, I don't know if you noticed that, but they feel like brand-new cards. I know they're brand new, but they feel so different without the corners. They just don't catch on anything. It's just so nice. All right, Petrocelli now. And we're going to get a 4. Oh, that's a ballpark check. Now, he's a righty. So, 194. So, that's a wheelhouse. So, Petrocelli gets a hold of this one. 1-24. And it's out of here. And a 44, he's going to single. So, Petrocelli will get the single because he likes to mingle. Now, his steal is 3. Oh, he's going to try. He's going to try to steal, I think. So he's got a steal of 3. So his jump is a 3. I rolled a 72 against a 9. And so he's got a 372 against a 9. He's going to hold. He's not going to go. So they held him on. Nice job. So Rico Petrocelli's thought about going, had to look, but Decker held him back. Yeah, they don't hurt cutting your hands. I've noticed that. I used to get a lot of cuts on my hands, like right here. I'm like, what is that from? I think it was from the corner of these cards. These cards are thick. They're very, very thick cards, you know. All right, Burleson now, the bottom of the order with 2 outs. Can he get anything going? And it's going to be a patient, but an 82 is way out of range. So 82 comes over here. And that's a G6, and that'll be down to short, and that'll end the inning. So they don't score, and the game will remain tied 2-2. Yeah, I started to do corner just about everything I have in the house right now. You know, I'm cornering my mail and the whole bit. I did what did I do? I cornered I'm a little more than halfway through 83, 84 basketball because there's only so many guys in the team. I was kind of like doing some of the AB. I was all over the place, and then I was like, I think I'll just try to get them all done, and then they'll be done. I don't know if they'll all make the channel, if they'll all make the table, but playing that I score basketball game, it's a long game, but holy cow, it is fun, and it moves along. That game moves with that I score, just typing it in, boop 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 boop. You get all your stats. It doesn't hold you up, but it's faster than a paper, faster than doing it on paper. All right, so we have Oliver up now, and so we got a 7. That's going to be in play. And a 35 is going to be out of this range, so it's going to be hit right back to the mound, right back to Fergie. And Fergie, the black-eyed peas, makes a nice play. Yeah, I really think at some point I'm going to get all the corners done on my payoff pitch and my bank shot cards. Because it does catch on everything. It does cut you. So, again, I did all my fast action cards for baseball, too. I did everything here. So I think what I'm going to do, I'll slow down because my hands have been killing me and the noise is driving my wife crazy. But I think what will happen is at some point I will, if I go to play a couple teams, I'll do them. Like that's what I did with the baseball. I did a couple of teams in baseball, but there's so many players. It's like, I'll never get them all done. So as I need the teams, I'll corner them is what I'm going to do. Yeah, I score basketball. I mean, it's unbelievable what that does. It really is. All right, Rod Carew coming up with one away, and we have a four. That's going to be an in-play 47. I'm going to come over here, and that's going to be a G1. So it's going to be hit right back to the mound again. So Fergie making a couple of moves here. A couple of moves at Club 54. And now we got Braun coming up. Stevie Braun, what has he done today? 1 for 1. All he's done is hit a home run today. That's all Steve Braun has done. Just pointing that out. A 5. You think you're tough. That's a tough 39. Fights this off for a single. Holy cow. Braun, 2 for 2. Now he's got a 3 steal, and so he's not going anywhere. And now Larry Hissel comes up here. As Doug comes by. Hi, Doug. You got my Glory's Days boxing in today and rounded the corners. Awesome tip. That's what we do here. We share. We share everything around here. Isn't rounded corners? I'm thinking about doing so. Again, I got these charts here. I might even do them on these charts. I mean, these are the big things here, but just the corner's not getting stuck. I might. It's just, everything is just so nice, you know. And you're still waiting for bank shot basketball to arrive. Can't wait to play that one and round all the corners. Yeah, it does. It makes a huge difference. And even, Joe chimed in from Payoff Pitch. He says he'd love to do it. It's just too expensive. So we'll get stuck doing it ourselves is what we're going to do. So Larry Hissel comes up with 2 away. 3, it's another defensive check. I've had a lot of defensive checks here. So it's going to be error on the third baseman. This is down on Petrocelli. And Ricola. What's Ricola? So his error is 4. So a 4 and an 0-1 is, he's gonna blow this one here in the 0-1. They didn't have to look that up. So error down to infield, 1 base error. So it's gonna be E5. So Petrocelli can't handle the hot shot. Oop, that's E5. And now we got first and second with 2 away. And so coming up now we have Bostock. They just, again, I hate to keep bringing it up. They just feel so good when you move them without the corners. It really is. There's something, I don't know, they just don't get caught in anything. All righty. Bostock up now. He's 1 for 1 with a single. So 2 away. A 7. That's going to be in play. 20. Uh-oh. That's a single. So how I handle singles on the in-play in the patient, I flip a card. But there's 2 outs, so it doesn't matter anyway. So 2 outs is going to be an automatic that overrides everything. So it's going to be a single 2 bases. So that's going to get a run home, and Fergie Jenkins is having trouble getting people out with 2 outs. And now the Twins will take a 3-2 lead here as they will send the runner home. So now coming up, we have Butch Weiniger. And we got a 6, patient. A patient for, oh no, he walked him. And he walks the bases loaded. Oh, boy, Fergie Jenkins in trouble with 2 outs. It's going to be up to Dave McKay, the coach of the Buccaneers. Yeah. Again, I was doing it late last night after work, and she's like, what's all the noise down here? I'm like, oh, man. So I had to wait till this morning. She had an appointment this morning. She went out for a couple of hours. Was hammering away on that thing all morning long, and I got a lot done. I got a lot done today while she was out. And so, again, I'll have to do it again tomorrow when she slipped out. You know what I do, Vin, is I have my cutter over here on the counter, and I just, if there's no one around, I go over and I hammer out a team real quick, mostly basketball because there's only 15 guys or whatever. I just go hammer out a team. Every time I walk by, I make an excuse to go over and do another team during the day. That's what I do. All right, so Dave McKay with the bases loaded. Here we go, bases loaded. And we got a 6. That's a patient 16, and he walked in a run. And so that's 2 now. So, boy, I tell you, he's going to be fatigued in that 7th inning. Here we go. Dan Ford now, a 5. That's a tough 12, and he struck him out. So he finally gets his first strikeout. Comes a little late, but we'll take it. If I could, I'd corner all night long. If my hands didn't hurt so much, I would corner. I'd get them all done. I'd do every set that I got, just because that's how crazy I am. I can't stop because they look so nice. It's like, and then you have some that are rounded and they look great, and then you have some that are not, and it's like, oh, it just drives you crazy, right? It drives you nuts because you just want them to look so nice. You want everything to look nice. Even if you never play them, you want them to look nice. All right, so 4-2, Twins trying to hand the Sox their second loss here in 1976. Actually, this game was played on my birthday. I was probably watching the Bruins hockey game that night. That's what it was. Hang on here. So Bertie Cabo, he got a walk. Let's see if we can get another one. A 5. Oh, that's a patient 22. Guess what? He walked again. Decker walks Cabo for the second time. So the Sox have a man on. He's a steal 2, so he's not going to steal. And so Doyle comes up. Now, Doyle last time flew out, so I'm going to have... Oh, he's a C bunter. Oh, man. All right, we're still going to have him bunt. We're going to have him bunt with a C. Uh-oh, it's a double play. Doyle has been awful today. He might have to come out of the game. So it's going to be a G 2 4 3, right, for the double play. Winiger to Oliva to Carew, and that's a double play. Great. Yeah, Mike should be the corner rounder. Didn't Joe say that it would be like a couple $100 to round the corners? I'm thinking about offering my services for $100. So I'll do it for half price. I'll round all the corners for $100. No, I won't. My hands would be falling off at that point. It would take me all day, too. Depending on what season you got, it would take a long time. All right, Freddie Lynn with 2 outs after that disastrous bunt. And we got a tough 54. Ooh, Freddie Lynn is going to gut out a single here because he likes to mingle. So Freddie Lynn is on. So the tying run's on for Jim Rice. Can Jim get something going here? Yeah, I was wondering, because Appa, Appa has the corners cut. And I know Appa's a lot more expensive. But I'm wondering, if that's something you could offer. It's like, because I know he started offering smaller baseball seasons, meaning I think like 30 per team instead of everyone. So, maybe he could have that as an option. Hey, if you want the corners rounded for an extra whatever, if it doubled the price, that would be kind of tough. But, if it was another $25, maybe. All right, Jim Rice against Joe Decker. And, a tough 17, and blew it right by Rice. And that is that. So the Sox go down here in the, the 3rd. So we go to the 4th. And the Twins have this lead over the Sox right now. It is 4-2. All right, so we have Danny Thompson on the mound. Oh, we got a rare play coming up. So where's my rare play chart? All right, so it's coming from tough. 00 is a rare play. So let me get the rare plays out here. Yeah, there's 4 of them. So we got off the tough with no one on base. Base is empty. Base is empty, tough. Okay, so, and I don't play injuries, so if it's an injury, I just skip it. So 33. If in the 7th inning or later, it is not. If 6th inning early, all tough results for this pitcher are automatic strikeouts for the remainder of the inning. Oh, look at that. So it's earlier than the 6th, so all tough results are an automatic strikeout for the rest of the inning. Okay, I got to remember that now. All right, so we'll roll again. And a 5. It's a tough. It's a strikeout, right? That's what it said. I didn't take my finger off the page. All right, a lever comes up now. And Doug, is Payoff Pitch only available as a PDF? Or you can get the printed? For now, yeah. Joe posted that he had a death in the family, so he's suspending the print versions until he gets that squared away. And hopefully things are okay with him, and he'll square that up, and they'll get through whatever they got to do. But it'll be back. I'm hoping it'll be back. The PDFs they're automatic, so I don't think they really have anything to do with him. But he physically ships all the stuff himself, so he couldn't do it right now. So I know I got a couple basketball seasons I'm waiting on, and when he's ready, he'll get them to me, and it's all good. I just want to support Joe with his stuff. Aliva comes up 0 for 2. We have a 5. That's a tough, and that's another strikeout, right? We said everything this inning on tough's a strikeout, and that is that. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping things are okay, too, with Joe. All right, Carew. A 4. That's going to be in play, 22. That's going to be a single because he likes the mingle. So Carew is on. He's a steal 5, so he's not going to steal. All right. It's been a while since I played this, right? Because I went on a kick with other games, but this is really fun. I forgot how fun this game was. All right, so we have Bronny up now with 2 away. And an 11. Uh-oh, a wheelhouse 26. That's going to be a single, right? So 11 is wheelhouse over here. Single, 2 bases. Oh, Fergie Jenkins just kind of blowing this game here. Braun is 3 for 3 now. A home run and a couple of singles. So runners at the corner now for Larry Hissel, who's 0 for 2. He flied out and he got on base on an error. And a 5. Oh, it's a tough, and it's a strikeout because that was the deal for the rest of the inning. And just like that, they escape. They escape the basement. All righty. So Yaz comes up. He's 1 for 1. He's got an RBI in this game. He's going to need another one here if they want to get back in it. 4 to 2. And I got a 4. Oh, it's a ballpark 93. And it's going to be in play. So Yaz hits it in play. Ooh, and a 5 is a double. In play double for his trouble. And Yaz will get the double. And so he's on in scoring position. We're not going to try to steal now. We're not going to try to steal. And Vin's unloading some stuff. Interesting. I got rid of some stuff a while ago, but most of the stuff I hung on to. Just in case. I kept a few seasons anyway. All right, Fisk up. He's the tying run. 4. That's a ballpark. And a 33. Oh, that's wheelhouse. He might be the tying run. 1 to 49, and he ties the game. Fisk gets a hold of this one. 36. It's gone. Tie game. Carlton Fisk with the boomer. And he has tied this for the Sox at 4 to 4. Now, is it if 6 runs? I got to check the stamina here. Anytime 6 runs, he's considered fatigued. I get it. Matchup, yeah, I'm hoping to play some matchup with ST in Colorado and Ohio. Then I'll get it here on the channel. but I want to play with him first. I might even come on and do it with him. I might even do that. Payoff pitch is fun. I'm playing that now. Bank shot basketball, of course, is fun. All right, let's continue on here. Dewey Evans, nobody out. Base is empty now in a tie game. 4. That's another ballpark, and he's a righty, so it's going to be another wheelhouse. Oh, could this be back-to-back, Jack? 1-42, and this is, it's at 97. He got under it. Hit it well, but it's going to be caught in left field by Hissel. Dewey got a lot of that one, but you get underneath it. And season ticket football, yeah, that's fun. I'm in the middle of the season ticket baseball project, double elimination project, and I need to get back to. So I think we already had one team that was eliminated. I think it was. And so now Decker facing Petrocelli with 1 away. And we got a 3. That's a tough 11. Strike him out. 2 away. Man, these cards move so much better with a corner cut. I should find a local kid in the neighborhood, come over, give him $20, tell him to cut for a couple of hours. Right? Want to make some money? Cut my cards. Patient, 65. Oh, it's out of range. And it's going to be a ground ball down to second base. And that will be that. But the damage is done with the home run by Fisk. Pudge ties the game. So Bostock up now. He's 2 for 2. Couple of singles. And we're in the 5th. We have a 7. That's an in-play. 84 is a fly ball in the center field. And 1 away. Butch Weiniger. 0 for 0 today. A 4, that's an in-play. And 85 is going to be a ground ball down to the rooster. And Burleson will make that. Am I renting a shop? I don't know. I might have to get all these cards cut. You know how many baseball seasons I have? But I decided on baseball. What I'm going to do is just, as they come up and play, I'll cut them. Instead of me trying to cut thousands of cards. The basketball, I might kind of get them done. Just so I have them and they look nice. But we'll see. I want to play more of that basketball game. Maybe after this I'll set one up for tomorrow morning. All right, so we got 2 outs now for Dave McKay. Fergie getting a little tired now. A 2, ballpark 22. That's going to be a wheelhouse check. McKay, 31. That's going to be a single. And he likes to mingle, so it's another hit. Oh, boy. 8 hits now for the Twins. And with 2 outs, they have the go-ahead runner on the base. Oh, I got to see if he wants to steal. Oh, he might. Yes, with a 3. So he's got a 3 and a hold of 8 with a 79. And that was my roll, 3 and a 79. So 3, jump, 8, and a 79, he holds. Okay, fair enough. That's like the automated chart that I like to use. So he's going to hold. So Dan Ford will come up. And a 4 is an in-play 4, and that's a double. And with 2 outs, that's going to get a run home. And just like that. So McKay comes around to score on the double by Ford, and it's now 5-4. So the Sox are playing catch-up one more time. Ford, what is this steal? Oh, he's a 4. Let's see. Let's see if he wants to steal third. So you need to roll double. So I need to have to roll 2 1s or 2 2s. Ah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So he's going to try to steal here. At least he's thinking about it. So we have a 4, 8, 82. So a 4, 8, 82, and he's going to hold. So he had the jump, but he didn't want to take the chance. And I think it's that's the same Stealing a base, it's the same. It's just you got to roll those doubles. So, all right, Ford's going to stay. He thought about it. He thought about going, but he's not going to go. Danny Thompson of the Partridge family, a 7. Uh-oh. That's an in-play 10. That's a single, 2 outs, and that's another run. Danny Thompson hits us right up the middle. Ford comes around to score, and boy, Fergie Jenkins he's fatigued. So Jenkins is fatigued, so let me get out my fatigue card. I didn't think I'd need it tonight, but guess what? I need it tonight. What did I do with it? What did I do with the fatigue cards? Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Alrighty, so there it is, Fergie Jenkins now. So I have the fatigue card. So that's going to be in play. Oh, man, I almost broke my elastic. All right, so there's my fatigue card that I'll have to reference. All right, man on first. Oh, does Oliva want to steal? No, he's an F, so he will not steal. Oh, he's up at the plate. How about Thompson? Thompson want to steal? He's a 3. We'll check. So far, it's been working out. Does he get the 3? Nope. All right. So here we go. Fatigue now. Oliva comes up a 4. That's an in-play, so that will not change. And an in-play 58 will be fly ball in the left field, and so he'll get out of the inning. But Fergie is fatigued. He's given up 6 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. And let's see what Decker can do here. He's looking pretty good right now. So he's fatigued. Oh, he's into the 5th. So he's fatigued right now, too. Okay. So let me just double check. I always have to double check my fatigue because I play so many different games. Anytime they're around 3 or more and they get so he is fatigued. So both pitchers are fatigued right now. So we're going to have to put that over here as well. Carter Historical comes by playing some, he's playing all kinds of things. Holy cow. And including some stone cold hockey. Very nice. All right, Bernie Carbo. So a 6, so a patient 35. Okay, it stays patient. Okay, off the fatigue card. So it's going to stay patient. And Bernie Carbo with a 90. Oh, man, 90 is going to be a ground ball second base. So Decker rolling off the fatigue card. And a 5. That's a patient. And a 74. That's going to be in play. So Denny Doyle is in play with a 60. Ooh, he's going to be out. Fly ball in the left field. So far, it's kind of worked out being fatigued here. And again, I try to string him along as long as I can. Freddie Lynn, a 4. That's going to be a ballpark. Change ballpark to wheelhouse. So a wheelhouse 39. And that's going to be a double by Freddie Lynn. So Lynn's going to double for his trouble. And he's not going to steal with 2 outs, that's for sure. All righty. So Jim Rice comes up. He's the tying run now, but they've been playing catch-up all day long. And so we have a 4. That's another ballpark. Going to wheelhouse, and that is gone. The ballpark changes to wheelhouse. In a wheelhouse 8. See you later. Rice is, every time I say that, right? Every time I say the tying run is at the plate, they hit a home run. And that's going to do it for Decker. So Decker Enterprises is going to come out of the game. And let's see what we want to do. What does the manager say? Well, they say they're all set, but we're going to go to the bullpen here. And let's see who we have. Let's see who the Mets have. They have Bill Campbell. Yeah, I like Bill Campbell. So Campbell will come in the relief, going up against his former team. All right, so Campbell comes in. And I'm going to open up my Mandarin, my Poland Spring Mandarin right now. I don't know if I like this better. I got the bubbly. I like the bubbly orange cream. I kind of like the Mandarin a little bit better, though, even though it's not really orange creamy. if you will. All right, so with 2 outs, Rice puts it up and it's gone. And we're tied again at 6-6. So that's going to bring in Campbell now against Yastrzemski. And a 9 is in play 06. And that's going to be a single as Yaz is 3 for 3 today. So Yaz will get his single because he likes to mingle. And he's not going to steal. We already tried that. He tried that, you know. Yes, I have the dark color, whether it's red or blue. That's my percentage, yes. And Joe's waiting for replay basketball. It's supposed to be here on Monday. Fantastic. I still got something coming in the mail. What the heck was it? There's something else coming in the mail for me. I don't remember what it was. Oh, I got a new stand to hold a camera here. It's beautiful. I tried to hook it up the other day for the to show the iPad off. I couldn't get it to work very well, but oh yeah, you might have been right. I might have screwed him. That's all right. I do that. I read them wrong all the time. You're probably right, Vin. Yeah, it was probably an 80. I'm not going to go back and change it now. I couldn't go back that far anyway. So, yeah, you're probably right. Again, that's what I do. I read things wrong sometimes. So, yeah, so 80. It should have been an 80. And now that I think about it, I think it was a blue. That's all right. We tied it up. Yeah, no, just for your understanding. Yep, no. Again, I make mistakes all the time. That's just how I do it. All right, so Fisk comes up now. So that's a 98. So that would be 98. So I got it's a defensive check. And let's see what it's going to be an out no matter what because it's going to be reading off the 98 column. So it's down to third base, and no matter what his error range is, it's still going to be an out with a 98. So we'll just call it a G5. And that'll be that. So, yeah, I make mistakes all the time. It happens. I hate it when I do because I like to try to get everything right. And so I might have just screwed the Twins out of this game, but wouldn't be the first time that I've read the dice wrong. Alrighty, so let's continue on here. So Rod Carew comes up. So Fergie Jenkins is fatigued, and we're going to let him go just a little bit longer. All right, so I have a 7. So in play does not change when you're fatigued. And a 74, it's out of this range. So what happens is if you can't get the low number over here, it automatically bounces to the out chart, and that 74 is a G6. So down to shortstop to Burleson is 1 away. So you start the pitcher card, you go to the batter card, and if you can't resolve it here, then you go to the out chart. That's kind of how it works. All right, Braun. Okay, this guy's 3 for 3. I'm thinking about just putting him on. If he gets something else here, that's nuts. So a 9. So that's a tough. So what happens now when you're fatigued on tough? You look at the percentage die, and it's a 50. So that will stay tough. Okay? So we're going to roll this again on tough. It's kind of how I do it. I roll it again on tough. And a 93. That's going to be out of this range all the way over to here. And fly ball into right field. And so we have 2 away. So Fergie getting it done while fatigued. And so let's go to Larry now. 0 for 3. So we have a 6. So that's a patient. So we need to take a look. So a patient 83 is going to bounce. Oh, no, that bounces to Wheelhouse. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this might be it for Fergie. Wheelhouse 1 to 26 is gone. A 47. And that's just a single. So that'll stay in the park for a single. He's got to steal 5. I'm thinking about maybe letting him try to steal here. Yes, he's going to try to steal. So he's got a 5 against 8 with a 49. 5, 8, and a 49. Yeah, he's going to try to steal. So his steal is C. The catcher is 3. So it's going to be normal. So here we go. Hissel takes off. Normal is safe. So he's going to steal the base. And so Hissel is now in scoring position, and he is the lead run. Yeah, there's a chart here. There's a lot of optional ways. So this is the optional get a jump chart. So what I do is I look at his steal rating here, and now his is 3, but the other guy was 5. That's his jump. So if I roll the dice and I get within that, then I look at the chart here. So I look at his jump, and then I look at the hold rating, which is 8, and then I come down to see what the percentile dice is, and that tells me if he's going to attempt with a poor jump or hold. And that's kind of how I've adapted the system. It works the best for me, so that's what I use. And that way there, somebody like Yaz, who you need to roll a 2 to have him steal, he still has a small chance. Like this guy here, he had 12 stolen bases. So that means, like Tebow says, you need to have some of the guys try to steal, even though they're not going to make it. In other words, to keep the stats right. So that's why I do it automatically. All right, so now we have oh boy, here. Do I dare? No, I got to take him out. I can't have a fatigue pitcher in here right now. So Fergie's coming out with that man at second base right now. So Fergie Jenkins is coming out. Let's see what the game says to do. No, they say nothing, but we're taking him out. All right, so Fergie Jenkins is coming out. He's had a rough outing. Rough. We got Willoughby, House. So he's a lefty. So we can bring in House, the lefty, right? Try to get out of the inning anyway. So House will come in as the pitcher. There we go. And so now let's see if House can get out of the inning here. He's got short fatigue, so he can only go an inning or 2, I think. How does this game set it up? I think long fatigue is 2 or 3, and short fatigue is 1. So I just need to kind of get out of this inning. All right, so Bostock now facing House. And we have a 7. That's an in-play 45 against the lefty now. We come on the left side, and that's out of range. So the 45 is going to be hit right back to the mound. What a beautiful call by the manager, Mr. Fuji. And that gets him out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, and it's still 6-6, even though the game's under protest because I read the dice wrong. I promise I wasn't doing it to make the Red Sox win. Again, I don't really care who wins these games. I just have fun playing them. Except if it's the Atlanta Hawks. Then I care who wins. All right, Bill Campbell on the mound, facing Dewey Evans. And so we have a 9. So that's going to be an in-play 66, and that's out of the range. So G4 down to first base. And Rod Carew with the play. 1 away. Rico Petrocelli. An 8. That's a patient. Now I'll get the 80 right. And a patient 80 is way out of range. And over here, that's going to be a fly ball into center field. And Bostock's over there to make that catch. Rick Burleson. 2 away. Can he make anything happen with 2 away? A 5. Well, he's got a ballpark check. Oh, but a 90. A 1 to 94, I get the wheelhouse. I got a 96. So it's going to be in play. Burleson in play. 75 comes all the way over here. Hit deep into center field, but Bostock with another one, and that'll do it. So we go to the 7th. So House comes back out. He can go a little bit. I'm not going to let him go too far because he's only supposed to be a 1-inning pitcher, but I needed to get that out. All right, so Weininger now 0 for 1 with a walk and a sacrifice. Oh, we have a defensive check. Defense, range, third base. So the range of the third baseman, and I have a 34. So, yeah, we're going to need to check the range of Petrocelli. And his range is C. So a C, 34. That's going to be a hit. And it's going to be a single because he likes to mingle. So Weininger with a single. So he's on. He's a steal F. His speed is 5, so he's not good for speed. He's the catcher, though, so you don't want to mess with your catcher. Sometimes I'll put in pinch runners here. Dave McKay, bunt rating of A. He's going to lay it down. He's going to go rat and lay it down with the A, sacrifice to the catcher. So, SH2. So that moves Weininger over. Again, not the fastest guy there, but I really don't want to mess with my catcher in the 7th inning, so I'm going to let him run. Dan Ford, he's been a thorn in the side. He's got a couple of RBIs today. Let's see what Dan Ford can do. And, oh, boy, a wheelhouse 19, and it's gone. Dan Ford just rocks it out of here. And just like that, it is 8-6. Now, the relievers, I think if they give up 2, they're fatigued. No, it's still 3 runs. Oh, wait. Yep, after 2 innings or 2 runs. So he is fatigued. Oh, boy. So now I'm going to go back to the fatigue pitcher here. I'd like to get out of the inning, so we're going to leave him in. Danny Thompson from the Partridge family, a 9. That's going to be an in-play that'll stay in play. And a 55 against a lefty is going to be down to third base, so Petrocelli will take this and 2 away. But they give up those 2 runs, so the Sox looking at their 2nd loss here today unless they find some offense. Oliva now, an 11. That's a defensive play. And it's a 96, so range of the left fielder. And no matter what it is with the 96, he's going to be out. So it's going to be a nice diving catch over there by the Rice. So he'll get out of the jam, but he's fatigued, and I think he's going to be done. So House is done for the day. Campbell comes back. He can go this inning, and then he'll be fatigued. So Bernie Carbo trying to get some things going for the Sox in the 7th. They've been playing from behind all day. We have an in-play 20, and against the righty, that's going to be a single. So Carbo's on. We're not going to steal. Down by 2, we're not going to steal. Denny Doyle comes up. Oh, boy. I usually like to have Denny bunt, but he can't bunt every time, right? A 3. That's an in-play 48, and it's a line drive at the shortstop. Should have had him bunt. But they can't do that all the time. Freddie Lynn. We have a 7. Oh, it's a tough 09. Struck him out. Sox going down like flies right now. Jim Rice, can he do it again? Can I read the dice wrong and give him another home run? 8. Patient, 81. And he does hit it deep, but he hits it in the ballpark. The Bostock, who's been busy back there in center field. So, we need to find another pitcher now for the Sox. Let's go to the bullpen here in the 8th. And I think I'm going to bring in Willoughby. He was right on top. So Willoughby will come in. And Rod Carew is coming up. So Willoughby against Carew. We have a 7:59. So it's going to be an in-play. And ground ball down to third base to Petrocelli. 1 away in the twin 8th. Steve Braun, 3 for 4 with a home run and a couple of other hits. That's a patient 47, and he's going to get on again with a walk. Steal 3. Let's take a look. Nope, it's not going to go. What is that card a reference on the defensive role? That's the fast action card. If you order the actual game, you get fast action cards printed, just like the regular cards, like Bank Shot. You get them with a PDF too, but you got to print them out. So this is what they look like. They just have a lot of action on here. So they have dice rolls if you want them, and then they tell you what happens after a single and what happens after a double. So if you want to use that, you can. And then what I do for defense, you see in the middle of the card here? It's just the easier way to do it. It says defense error on the pitcher. So that's where you check for defense. And on this side, it would be the range of the left fielder. So I like that. And then after the error, you can flip the next card to tell you what the error is or what the out is or what the hit is, if you will. And this also has your sacrifice bunt and your stealing. So this is just a fast way to get results. And I only use them sparingly. Some people use it. I mean, some people use this to flip all the dice rolls. Some people use it to get every single and every double. I use it sparingly for some things, but yeah, the game is when you get the physical game, you get these cards here. You also get the pitcher fatigue cards, and you get the pitcher hitting cards, and they're all done up nice. And obviously, I've cornered them all. But yeah, I had the PDF version. Then I ended up buying the print version. I'm so glad I did. I really like the the quality of the stuff that Joe has printed. All right, so Hissel comes out with Braun on base. Jim Willoughby in now, and so we have an 11. That's a defensive check. So we're going to do this again. So it's going to be defense, range of the first baseman. So Yaz, his range is going to be C. So I got a C72. And on range of C72, that's going to be an outs. Let's check out what the out's going to be. So it's going to be a ground ball, fielder's choice. So I'm going to just say that he's going to get it, and he makes the one play. So G36. So he's going to get the runner at second base. Is what I'm going to do, Yeah, Joe's stuff is going to PDF, but his printed stuff, it's like, I started buying PDFs of the seasons back in the day, and then when I got my first set in the mail, nope, I'm going all print. I try to go all print. It's just so much easier. I get it. Some people like the PDFs. It's the way to do it, and for some people it works out. And especially if you just want to play a couple of teams, there's no sense buying the whole set. But all right, so Bostock coming up. We have I'm not going to check for a steal. We have a 6, so it's going to be a tough. 29. Oh, he gets a single. And because it's off a tough, it's just a one base. Yeah, best printed stuff I've ever seen, too. It's fantastic. Right up there with the matchup, right? The matchup with ST, that's obviously really nice, too. All right, Willoughby in a jam here. A 9. It's going to be an in-play 53, but he'll get out of the jam with a ground ball down to third base, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Soupy Campbell back on the mound. Trying to hold it together. Yeah, I got to look at those boxes. That was from the Game Crafter, right? I need to go and look at those. All righty, so Campbell. Ooh, Campbell's tired. So how long is Campbell's gone? By 2.1. So he can go a little bit longer. We're going to let Campbell go just a smidge longer. I have a 4. That's a patient 4, and Yastrzemski's on with a walk. So Yaz is on with a walk. Fisk coming up. Fisk has a home run in this game. Fisk has 6 home runs on the year. He had 17 in real life. He already has 6 for me in 8 games. So he's due for something bad. All right, come on, Fisk. Come on, Pudge. A 5. Oh, it's a ballpark. And that's a wheelhouse. Right? Let me get this right? A 5 ballpark, 83 wheelhouse. Oh, boy. 1-49, and the game is tied again. And it's a 48, and it just gets over the wall. It is gone, and that's the end of the day for Campbell. Oh, man. Carlton Fisk ties the game again with another home run. Wow. And they want to bring in Bergmeyer. So gone is Campbell. And we're going to look for Bergmeyer. Right? There's Bergmeyer. And again, these cards slide so nice when they're cornered, let me tell you. Oh, my gosh. Fisk again. And it's going to go with the Burgermeister. This is why we play. This is why we play, to have fun. Even if we make mistakes, we still have fun. So Evans comes up, facing Bergmeyer. There's absolutely nobody out. And we got a 9 here, so it's going to be another ballpark and a 72 in Fenway. That's going to be wheelhouse. Evans gets a hold of this one, but now he's a lefty, though. So it's a little bit harder to get it out. Yeah. And a 27, and that is gone. Evans, back-to-back home runs, and the Sox have their first lead since the first inning. It is 9-8. So Bergmeyer coming in and giving up the softy. Yeah, 26 hits now. And I'll be here all night. We're going to go to overtime. I know we are. Ricola. That's going to be in play. And a 62 is going to come all the way over here for a fly ball into right field. So we finally have our first out of the inning. Sox striking for 3 quick runs here in the 8th. And now we have Bergmeyer. A defensive check with the 11. So this is going to be into left field for the error. So Hissel out there in left field with a 15. Well, I think that's pretty much going to be an error no matter what. Yeah, 15, it doesn't matter what it is, that's going to be an error. But so let's check to see what the error is going to be. So an error in the outfield is a single +1. So we're just going to say E7. And Burleson's going to go down to first base as Hissel can't handle it. Now, on a single +1, on an error, I'm trying to. I don't know if that's the runner gets an extra base or not. That's what I'm not sure about. On the error chart, let me find the error chart because sometimes the fast action cards don't spell out everything that the chart does. So an error. All right, so single plus error. So I think the batter just gets the first. I think he just gets the first base. That's how we're going to play it. All right, so Burleson on. Does he want to steal? Nope. So Carbo comes up. Bergmeyer in some trouble here, trying to get out of this inning. A 6 is a patient 66, just out of range. Oh, the lefty. Whew. He can only get a walk on a 1, Carbo. So it's going to come over here. It's going to be a G6. Ooh, this could be a double play. Here's how you do the double play, by the way, how I do it. So it's hit. It's a ground ball with the man on. So I'm going to roll 2 dice, and I look at the DP rating. So I get a 5 and an 8. If it's 5, you take the lowest number. If it's that or less, it's a double play. If it's above this, then it's out at second only. And if it's 11 or 12, it's out at first only. So there's 3 possibilities here. So we roll the 4. That's less than this. That's a double play. So we have a 6-4-3 double play. And so we're out of the inning. So now we go to the 9th. Could this be it? Could this be it? Yeah, I'm hoping to get to bed, too. I got to be up real early tomorrow. So Dave McKay coming up 1 for 2 against Willoughby. Trying to shut him down. Here we go. 8. That's a patient 39, and that's going to be a single. So they get the leadoff man on. How about that? Dave McKay's on. He's not going to steal. They're down by 1. Dan Ford going to drop the bunt. A B bunter. Everyone coming in. The B bunter. And he gets a good bunt down to third base, and that moves the tying run over. So Petrocelli's only play is to first. McKay, who's a run 6. That's not terrible. And McKay is the third baseman. I would like to get a run 7, but we're going to keep it like this for right now. All right, so Willoughby needs to get some outs here. Thompson is at the plate. Oh, boy. That's a 3. So we have a 9. That's an in-play 53, and this is G5. So this is hit down to third. So the run is going to stay there. So it's going to be G5, R2 is going to hold. So McKay's not going anywhere. Right? Runner on second, down to third base. If he is a 7, he would get over there. But he's not. He's a 6. This is it. So we have the second baseman, Oliva. And he's 0 for 5, so he's grounded out every time. So we might want to pinch hit for Oliva. So who do we want to bring in? So we got Willoughby, who's a righty. Oh, we got Smalley. Yeah, we're going to bring in Smalley. And Oliva's playing second base today. And I don't have any ratings for him at second base. It's a good thing I didn't have anything going on for him. So Roy Smalley will come in. And do I have a second baseman? Oh, hang on a second. Let's see if I even have Roy Smalley, right? So we're going to pinch hit. I don't have Roy Smalley. Do I have anybody that can play second base? I do. I got a couple guys. All right, so I got... Do I have a lefty? I don't have a lefty. Oliva's a lefty, but he's been horrible today. So we're going to try Terrell. Jerry Terrell is going to come in and hit as a pinch hitter. All right, Jerry Terrell is going to try to extend the game here. So tying run at second, 9-8. A lot of craziness happening. We have a 4. That's an in play, but an 83 is hit down to short. Burleson, the easy play. Oh, what's going on here? And that will end the game. Fun time here, folks. Fun time. But the Sox will hang on and take this one 9-8. And we shall make this game official. So, let's fast play this. We'll take a look at our standings real quick. And that should get us the main screen here. And so let's go take a look at it. So the Sox are now 8-1. Look at this. Look at this, folks. Sox 8-1. Yankees are 6-1. And Phillies are 5-1. And the Braves 5. Again, I'm just playing the Red Sox game, and everything else is getting simulated. So that is that. Hope you enjoyed this. Fun time. Get some Payoff Pitch back on the channel. And we'll come back to Studio B and say hi and bye. So thanks for coming by. Hope you enjoyed this one. The Sox improved 8-1. Boy, they're going nuts here in this replay. So that didn't happen in real life, but that's all right. But anyway, thanks for coming by, folks. I got to work in the morning myself. So hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed the wrestling unboxing. And a new podcast dropped tonight, too, by the way. Digital to Dice. We talked to Mike Ignatoski from the hockey spreadsheet, the Blue Links hockey spreadsheet. We could put all your stats in. It is so cool. It is so fun. I can't wait to use it. So I'm Dave. Hopefully talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.